Hey everybody, so today I have a haul for you and let's get right into it. So Ulta has a rewards program 3 or 4 times a year. They send out certificates, and then depending on what level you are, you can pick from this little list of items that you get for free. So I was level 3 this time. So one of the rewards on that level was any hairbrush $8 or under. So I found one by Brush Lab, and this is the little card that comes with it. It says, "Save your static, ionic and static resistant." And this was $7.99. So I was like, perfect, I'll give it a try. I've never owned a brush like this before, and this is what it looks like. And I don't know what this material is, to be honest with you. I would say, you know, maybe some kind of plastic, but I'd probably be wrong. So I don't know what that material is, but it's supposed to be anti-static, and it really is. I was so surprised. I took it out of the bag when I got in the car, and let me show you. It just, you know, it brushes your hair, but it doesn't add any frizz or static or anything to your hair. So you can just keep, you know, going over it as much as you want, and it isn't going to create any static or anything. So that was awesome. I can't believe I've never tried anything like that before. So I got that for free, for you know, being an Ulta Rewards member. And then my mom had bought this Essie polish in Castaway, and it's just like a bubblegum pink, and she tried it and she said that she didn't feel as if it looked right on her skin tone. My mom and I don't really have the same coloring. She's more of what I would consider to be a neutral, and I'm extremely cool toned. So she said that this was just not working for her, so she gave me this. So I was happy to take it off her hands, seeing as how I didn't have that polish. So yeah, that was Essie Castaway. And let's see. Oh yeah, when I was at Ulta, I bought the NYX Super Skinny Marker. Actually, why don't I show you that side? And I had bought a black liquid eyeliner about a month ago. You know, I can't remember if I showed you guys or not. I had bought the Maybelline Master Duo, and I'm not really a huge liquid eyeliner fan. Very, very rarely do I do like, you know, liquid eyeliner along the lid and then do a little wing or something. Very, very rarely, but it's nice to have if you want to do it. I mean, if you don't have one of these, then you can't do it, even if it is occasionally. But with the Maybelline one, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it has like a little ball thing on the end, and I found that extremely awkward to work with. So I picked up this NYX one because it's a pen, which is also a little less awkward to hold, and it's got a really, really thin tip on it. So I thought that that would probably be very easy to work with. So haven't had a chance to play with this yet, and I might give it a go when I finish filming this video. I might play around with a little bit and see how I like it, but it looks like it would be a very easy marker to work with, or a very easy eyeliner. So I picked that up while I was at Ulta, and then I ended up going back to the CCO and getting the other Smashbox palette that they had when I was there. You may remember in my last haul video I had showed the Smashbox Muse palette, which is the same as the Softbox 2 palette that's part of their permanent line. Well, they also had the Smashbox Icon palette. And by the way, these palettes that I'm showing that are at the CCO, they were limited edition palettes at Nordstrom. I had said Ulta in the other video, but it was actually Nordstrom. And then, you know, so now they're part of the permanent line, but they just named something else. And this one that I'm about to show you is called Smoky. Let's see, the other one was Softbox, so this one is called Smoky Box 2 in the permanent line. So if you are interested in these palettes and you have a CCO, great. You know, you can get them at a discount, but if you don't have a CCO near you and you are, you know, interested in these palettes, they are available in their permanent line, just under a different name. So let's see, do I have the price in front of me? No, I don't seem to have it. So I'll put it in the description box. I'll put, you know, how much the regular price is if you buy this, let's say at Ulta, and buy the Smoke Box or Smoky Box version. But anyway, this is the one called Icon. And that's what it looks like. And what I've been doing over the last few days is I've been using the two palettes together. Like I was taking one color out of one palette and one out of the other, because if you look at the top row here in the center, there's like a dark gray, and then the other palette had a light gray. So I was doing like a gray smoky eye, and then there's a really nice black in the upper right hand corner there, which is great because I finally gave up on my MAC Carbon eyeshadow. I think I dropped it one time and it crumbled, and then I tried to put it back together. I tried to fix it, which I think I have a video on that, how to fix a broken MAC eyeshadow or something like that. But sometimes when you try to put them back together, they don't stay together. They just break and crumble again, and you know, you can do it as many times as you want, but sometimes they just will not stay back together. So I gave up on that and threw it out. So this black up here would be a really nice replacement for black Carbon. It seems to be somewhat similar in tone and texture and everything. In the upper left hand corner is kind of a peachy highlight color. And then down here is kind of an odd mint green color, but it's got like a warmth to it. It's really unusual. And then in the middle is a purple, sort of a deep red violet type color. And then this one over here is, let's watch it. I'm gonna say a black with purple glitter, kind of like MAC's Beauty Marked, I think. Oh, I hope that's right. Yeah, I think MAC's Beauty Mark looks like that. But anyways, yeah, so now I've got the two palettes, and I've also got black eyeshadow with purple glitter all over my hand. Just grab a swatch. A wipe. Thank God for baby wipes. So yeah, now I've got both palettes, and then you might remember from my last haul video I was saying how there were two limited edition glosses from the Love Me collection that was limited edition for spring this year. And I got the other one, which is like a nude, and it's called Charm Me, and it looks like that. And it's just a nude lip gloss, and it looks like it has, I'm gonna say gold glitter in it. And there's a swatch. Now the other one that I had was kind of like a raspberry color, the other one that I had gotten the last time, and this one seems to have, the glitter that's in it seems to have a little bit of grittiness to it. So I had worn this one day and I didn't like that gritty feel on my lips, so what I did was I just layered this, the next time I wore it, I layered it over a lipstick and it was fine. Then you couldn't feel that anymore. But it's just a really pretty nude lip gloss. And even though it has that gritty glitter in it, I'm still not sorry that I bought it or anything. I do really like these lip glosses. Although this one doesn't have a lot of pigmentation in it like the other one did, because the other one was like a raspberry color, and because this is a nude, it doesn't really, you know, have much of a color to it. But I'm still really glad I got that. So then, let's see, I was at Nordstrom Rack this weekend, and I've never tried Lorac eyeshadows, and they have a couple of palettes there at Nordstrom Rack that are exclusive to Nordstrom Rack, and they're only $12. So I thought this would be a great way to try Lorac eyeshadows. So the one that I got is called Downtown Drama, then there's another one called Uptown Drama. So this is what it looks like, and you get 5 eyeshadows for $12, so I mean, how are you going to beat that? Now, I was initially drawn to this because of this color right here, but when I actually swatched the palette, I was really surprised what the color looked like when it was swatched, because it looks... Now, I just did a really heavy swatch, so let's see. Okay, here's what I'm trying to say. This is what it looks like when you take the swatch and then, you know, swatch it out on your skin. It turns a little gold, but when it's in the palette, it looks more like a platinum type color. So I was kind of disappointed that that turned gold when you applied it on your skin. So what I did was I used this palette yesterday, and I used the white color, and it's a white. I mean, it's not off-white, it's straight up white. I used that as my highlight, and then I used the purple on my lid, and then I used this really dark color in the crease and as an eyeliner. And I have to say that I was not wowed by these eyeshadows. I mean, they're okay, they're not horrible. I wouldn't return it or anything like that. I'll use them, but I don't think I would buy any more Lorac eyeshadows. Now, it could very well be that, you know, it's just because this particular palette maybe is not the same formula as their normal eyeshadows. I don't know, but I didn't really think they were all that, because Lorac gets a lot of hype on YouTube, so I can't say that I would recommend this palette if you see it at Nordstrom Rack. Oh, and here's what the box looks like. There's what the box looks like. And then the other one was called Uptown Drama, and that was a more warm toned palette. So it was fun to try. But my favorite thing that I bought over the weekend was a handbag. And what I do is usually at the beginning of, twice a year, at the beginning of either spring and summer or fall and winter, you know, before the actual season is here, I usually get a new bag. And then this past year, I had gotten, I don't know if you guys remember that white one with the gold hardware on it from Forever 21. I love that bag, but what I didn't take into consideration was it was very dressy. And that's not the way I dress. I dress casual 99% of the time. Very rarely will I get dressed up, you know, unless I'm going to something special, like my husband's son graduated from college, so I got dressed up that day. But, you know, normally I wouldn't get dressed up. And so that white pocketbook, that's what, I know most people say purse or handbag or whatever, but we've always used the term pocketbook. I don't know. And maybe it's a regional thing because I live in New England, I don't know. But anyways, that bag did not get a lot of love during this spring and summer season because I just don't get dressed up that much. So anyways, I got a bag this weekend that I'm going to be using for fall and winter. And I have a bunch of bags in my collection. I think I did a video on that once, my handbag collection. But I have a bunch of bags, but you know, it's interesting to see whether the bag that I get each season gets love or not. So based on what I'm looking at here, I think that I'll probably use this a lot, and I learned my lesson. The reason why I'm telling you about what happened with the previous season's bag is I learned my lesson. I did not get anything too fancy this time. I got something very casual because that's my lifestyle, you know, casual. So without further ado, I will show you the bag that I picked out, and I got it at Nordstrom Rack, and it's by Steve Madden. And it was originally $64 and I got it for $34.97. And Holly and Erie, if you are watching this video, can you leave a comment and tell me if you have a bag like this in a different color? Because it didn't hit me right away, but I got home and I was looking at it again. I thought, you know, this bag seems so familiar to me, and I think you may have showed this, I don't know, a year ago or 2 years ago in a video in another color, but I could be wrong, so maybe it wasn't you. But here's what the bag looks like. Actually, why don't I do it all up so that you can get the full effect. It's a crossbody bag, and it's black with gold hardware, and there's what it looks like when it's all closed up. And it's got a long handle on it because it's a crossbody bag. But I just love the size of it. I love the style of it. And here's the cool thing about this bag. When you undo it and open it up, you know, the shape completely changes. So you could fit a lot of stuff in here if you needed to and just not fold it over, or you could put, you know, a moderate amount of stuff in here, fold it over and close it up, or you could take the handle off and use it as a clutch like that and just, you know, just take the handle off. And you could also take the handle off and reposition where you hook it on, because you have a loop there and then you have loops on the side. So you could get quite creative with the way you attach the handle. But anyways, yeah, I really like this bag. I thought it was so nice for $34, and you know, it was twice that before when it was in regular stores in a previous season. So that is my haul video, and I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Bye.